For cheap and reliable Madden 21 Ultimate Team coins, check out EasyMut.com and use code SPORTS for 5% off your entire order. Yo, what's up guys? It's Duke back here from SportsGamers.com, and today's Madden 21 tip video, I'm going to break down the top 5 best and most effective ways to beat man coverage in Madden 21. It seems like a lot of people are still having trouble beating man coverage. Man coverage is very good in Madden 21. I like to use it a lot myself, but there's definitely ways you guys can attack it, and in this video we're going to show you exactly how, so man coverage will no longer be a problem for you guys on offense. Now, the tactics I'm about to show you, you can use from many playbooks throughout the game, many different formations. So these are more so concepts than money plays. This is stuff you can use no matter what playbook you want to run. You can find a way to utilize the stuff I'm about to show you guys. Before we get too much further in the video, I do just want to remind you guys, if you're enjoying my content, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn your notifications on so you don't miss out when our videos go live. Also, smash that like button. It helps us, be able to continue to do these free great YouTube videos for you guys. Now in the meantime, if you want more Madden 21 tips, check out sportsgamers.com. We have the best Madden 21 tips and ebooks available, and we're actually running a Halloween sale right now to where you can save 20% off whatever ebook you want to purchase or combination of ebooks you want to purchase. This sale is good from now through this Sunday night. So if you want to save out some money on our ebooks, make sure you don't miss out on this. All you have to do is at checkout, just use the coupon code capital M21, capital HAL. Again, all caps M21 HAL. I will put that for y'all, the coupon code, in the description and pin it as a comment. So let's get into the video now, starting at number 5. Guys, number 5 is use the running back in the passing game. The running back is a huge threat this year, especially if you use a running back that has, the backfield master, mismatch, whatever. The running back's not going to get guarded near as effectively as receivers, because if you think about it, even if players have 3 defensive backs with the one step ahead or whatever ability they choose, they're going to be matched up on your receivers, not your running back. So you already have a big mismatch here. And 2 of the most effective routes to use for your running back are option routes and Texas angled routes against man coverage. So if you have the ability to just put your running back on whatever hot route you want, you can find the Texas route in any play because you can just hot route them on it. But if you don't, you just want to find plays like this out of the wide trips week that already have the running back on an angle or Texas route. This route is absolutely impossible to stop against man coverage. I mean, it gets separation every time. You're looking at a minimum, 7, 8, 9, 10 yards every time when you run this. It's super easy. It's super effective. And like you guys can see, if you have someone like Kamara, who you can actually just hot route on the route, then you can put him on the route no matter what play you choose. And it's just money in the bank. The defense, I'm going to do it one more time here, is going to have to manually stop this. It doesn't matter if they use purples, play 2-man under. It really doesn't make a difference. They're going to have to play this manually over the middle of the field. And it's a great complement to the rest of your offense, because if you, mix this in with some routes that, attack the sidelines or some deeper crossing routes and this little intermediate angle route, the defense is going to have no choice but to kind of take some coverage away from other routes to dedicate it to stopping this. And if they do that, then obviously you're going to have more people open in different areas of the field. So this is one of the routes and, passing concepts you have got to include in your game this year if you want to be an effective passer, just because it is so hard to stop and it's so consistent. There's really no reason you don't want to have it in your offense this year. Moving on to number 4, similar to number 5, get your tight end involved in the passing game. You don't want to just focus on the receivers because, like I said in number 5 with the running back, the tight end's similar. You're not really going to have the best players guarding your tight end. So again, even if they do have 3 defensive backs with the one step ahead or whatever, they're going to be on your receivers. The tight end is not going to be guarded by these players, man. So just getting your tight end involved in the passing game is such an easy way to beat man coverage this year. It's super, super easy and super effective. Now, 2 of my favorite routes to have your tight end on are either a crossing route or a post. So, it's perfect to have your tight end as a, your tight end apprentice, or just use a hot route master at quarterback. If you don't do that, and you will need to find plays to take advantage of having your tight end on these routes. But, like I said, It's not that hard to do. These routes are pretty common throughout the game. So like I said, just tight end posts and tight end crossing routes are huge. So here you guys can see this is just a simple post route to the tight end. And you're going to notice it's going to get easy separation, man. And it's, again, this is over the middle of the field, which is what I like so much, is because a lot of people that play man coverage, guys, you already know they're putting their players in purple zones and playing with the safety over the top. And that's just to take away the sidelines, corners, crossers, all that stuff. So when you have the ability to easily attack them over the middle of the field, they're not going to be able to just, play this type of defense. As you guys can see, purple zones do absolutely nothing to stop the post route over the middle field. So the tight end is another great option to utilize. So if you can work in your tight end with your running back, you're really going to have great success against man coverage. Now, I will say, if you can have your tight end have 90-plus medium route running, it really, really is effective, because for these, intermediate type routes, you'll get a lot better separation than if you don't. But at the same time, that's not a must-have. It's just something to improve your passing attack even more. Getting into number 3, I want to focus on deep post routes. The reason why deep post routes work so well this year is if you have a receiver that ideally has 90-plus deep route running, they get open on man coverage every single time. Now, I know you're probably saying, well, in this video, you have Tyreek Hill. Yes, I know I have Tyreek Hill, but that's just because on the Chiefs, he has 90-plus deep route running, so that's who I want to use. But you don't need the fastest player in the game. Just literally, you could use a receiver that has 90 deep route running, and just be like 90, 91 speed, and it would work fine. It's just the route running that really makes this a guaranteed win against man coverage. And the reason why I said this is so effective is because this year, guys, a lot of people, like I said, play with 2 purple zones, and then they play with the deep safety. And what happens is when you start abusing them over the middle of the field, they're going to come up with their user. And as soon as they come up with their user to try to stop the routes over the middle of the field, like for instance, I just showed you a tight end post route. Imagine you hit them with a tight end post route a couple plays, right? So, obviously at a certain point, they really have no choice, but hey, we gotta stop this. So what's going to happen? They're going to say enough is enough. They're going to see that the tight end is on a post, or just, some route over the middle of the field. It could be an in route. It could be a post, whatever. They're going to try to jump it, and then that's going to leave your post open over the top for a one-play score. Deep post routes, as you guys can see here, are always going to win if you have 90 deep route running plus. Now, I'm going to put white on Tyreek Hill this play just so you guys can see. Good on good. This route is just going to win, period. This is a much more fair matchup, and it's still going to get open every time. Whether they press you or not, it doesn't really matter. If you have the route running to make this play go, you're going to be fine. So we're going to do it again, same defense with the purples, and then we're going to try to jump the middle of the field. You guys are going to see that, this is going to allow Tyreek Hill to burn out over the top. So if you can combine some reads over the middle with a deep post, you're really in business on offense, because then, you make them respect the middle, and as soon as they do that, bam, you hit them over the top for the one-play score. Very, very effective concept. I like to use my tight end and running back over the middle of the field, and then have like a, maybe like an out route or something attacking the sidelines with that deep post. Simply money against man coverage this year. All right, guys, getting into number 2. This is maybe my favorite tip, period, against man coverage, because you can use it with just about any player, any receiver on offense. You can use it with just average receivers against great cornerbacks, and it still works. And it's the low ball. Guys, you don't need any type of special routes to use the low ball. You can use the low ball on so many routes this year. It's crazy. The low ball just lets the receiver win, because even with this one step ahead, how they're jumping stuff, like if you low ball it, you don't even need really separation. All you need is leverage, and because you're going to be in front of the DB, you're able to just click on every time and possession catch it. Now, you're probably wondering, well, what type of routes can I use with the low ball? And, I mean, honestly, you can use just so many routes. It's crazy. You can use little quick posts. You can just, really whatever route you want, you can use. So, like here, we're just going to do this to Tyreek Hill, guys. Very, very simple route concept. It's just a dig route. I mean, dig routes are great. Posts are great. There's so many you can use, but, you don't need anything special. And this play flood just already has him on this little dig route, so we're just going to stick with that. You guys are going to see all I have to do is wait for him to break back over the middle, low ball at possession catch, and that's every single time. I'll do it once more with Hill, and then I'm even put in just a a backup in the game to show you guys that you truly do not need any sort of special receiver to do this. It's just literally the route. I mean, not the route, but the low ball trajectory on the route is what allows this to happen. So you guys can see low ball it, and it's there. It looks like tight coverage, but because our receiver is in front of the cornerback, if we low ball it, and we possession catch it, he's never going to be able to get around us. It's kind of similar in basketball, how if you're going for a rebound, you want to box out. Well, here we're essentially in front of the defender, so we can just box him out, easy throw and catch. Now, I do want to do this one time just with a backup receiver, or just not quite as a good receiver, against Trey White. So you can see you don't need one of the best receivers in the game to do this. I'm just going to put in Robinson, and you're going to see it's going to have the same success. Again, same exact play, same exact route, same exact defense. It's going to work exactly the same. So again, you guys can see here I'm doing the purples, the man press with the shaded over the top like everyone does. Same play, same route. Watch this. So as soon as it breaks inside, just low ball it, possession catch it. Don't need a superstar receiver. Low ball is key against man coverage. I promise you guys, if you're going to implement one tactic to your game, make sure it's the low ball because it will work wonders for you on offense. We're down to tip number 1 to beat man coverage, which is the use of motion. Guys, motion this year is extremely important to beat man coverage because it gives your receivers a better release, a better chance to win against man coverage, no matter the rating. So you can use plays where you just motion the receiver yourself, and I posted a few of these plays recently for you guys. There's some money plays out there that have auto motion built in that just kill man coverage. But just a simple thing you guys can do that's effective pretty much regardless is just, like I said, just motioned routes. Now, you might want to, I'm sure you're asking, well, what routes should I motion? Are there certain routes that work better than others? And you're like, yes, of course there are certain routes that work better than others. But, I mean, there's tons of them that work good, honestly. Like, it really, there's just too many to mention. But, I mean, posts are good when you motion them, slants, outs, all sorts of things are good with motion, corners even. It just kind of depends upon the play you're running. So there's tons of good routes to motion. This play, I want to show you guys this motion post route. Extremely easy way to beat man coverage. It's effective. You don't have to do anything crazy. Just literally just motion this route over. It's going to turn the corner to a post. You snap the ball while it's in motion, and you're going to see that motion allows your player to get much more separation than he normally would because he's getting a much cleaner release. And like I said, obviously there's different routes and different plays that you can utilize motion. This is just one quick example of a play I really like with motion to beat man coverage. But anytime you use motion in general, you're giving yourself an advantage because you're getting a cleaner release and you're making the defensive back recover. That's going to give you that extra step or two you need to get separation against man coverage. So I hope these tips have helped improve your passing game against man coverage. If you're liking our content, make sure to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and remember, head over to sportsgamers.com, check out our premium tips and ebooks, and make sure to take advantage of that sale, guys. Remember, it ends this Sunday night, so do not miss out. Until next time, I'm out of here.